The Keeper of Tigers and Wisdom by Richard Fletcher. Robert Nagato Needleman is a man who seems to carry the weight of the world with a quiet grace. I've known him for years, and yet every time we meet, I find myself struck by the depth of his presence. He's the kind of person who can make you feel at ease with just a smile, and his words, whether spoken or written, have a way of lingering in your mind long after they've been shared. Robert's posts are something I always look forward to. They're not just updates or musings, they're little windows into his soul filled with wisdom that feels both ancient and immediate. Sometimes he shares insight from Zen philosophy, those timeless truths that cut straight to the heart of what it means to be human. Other times he draws from his Aikido lineage, weaving together the principles of martial arts with the challenges of everyday's life. His life are a reminder that life is a practice, a continual journey of growth and understanding. But Robert isn't just a philosopher or a martial artist. He's also a healer. For many years, he's worked at the Oregon Tiger Sanctuary, a place where the wild and the human worlds intersect in profound ways. As director of veterinarian services, Robert is responsible for the care of some of the most majestic and powerful creatures on Earth. It's a role that requires not only expertise, but also a deep sense of compassion and respect for life. I remember visiting him at the sanctuary once. The air was thick with the scent of pine and earth, and the distant rumble of a tiger's growl sent a shiver down my spine. Robert greeted me with his usual calm demeanor, his eyes warm and welcoming. As we walked through the sanctuary, he spoke about the tigers with a reverence that was almost palpable. They're not just animals, he said, his voice soft but filled with conviction. They're teachers. They remind us of the raw beauty and power of life, and they demand that we meet them with humility and respect. Watching Robert interact with the tigers was like watching a master at work. His movements were deliberate and unhurried, his energy calm and grounded. It was clear that he had earned their trust, not through force, but through patience and understanding. Later, as we sat together in the sanctuary's quiet office, Robert shared with me how his work with the tigers connects to his other passions. Meditation has been a huge part of my life, he said, his gaze steady. It what keeps me centered, especially in a job like this. And Aikido, it's all about harmony, about finding a way to work with the energy around you rather than against it. These principles apply to everything, whether you're working with a tiger or navigating a difficult conversation. As I left the sanctuary that day, I found myself reflecting on Robert's journey. He is not a man. He is a man who has dedicated his life to healing, to learning, and to living with intention. Whether he's caring for tigers, sharing wisdom through his posts, or practicing Aikido and meditation, Robert embodies the idea that true strength lies in compassion and mindfulness. Robert Nagato Needleman is more than just a keeper of tigers. He's a keeper of wisdom, a beacon of light in a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain. And for that, I will always be grateful to know him.